All right, you gonna fuck this intro up?
According to Robinson, I do every time I do it. I really don't know.
I'm just messing with you.
I think he's lying when he talks about upbeat, downbeat, all this other bullshit. From Ugly Parrot Studios in Newcastle, California, the Loomis Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. Little slower than Scott, but you know what? It's okay.
I liked the dramatic pause right at the beginning.
Did you like that? I learned that from James Woods.
Thank you. I needed that today.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
God bless the dramatic pause. It was fabulous. I learned that from James.
Actually,
Woods.
you know where I learned
Shut
that
up.
from?
No.
Calculon.
Oh, God.
Only certain people will get that reference.
Check, please.
So, as you can see, Mr. Robinson's not here. I'm pinch hitting for the day. Sorry, boys. But as I got two new cohorts, and our camera gorilla is joining us today, so welcome, Gorilla.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne wasn't available, so they got me.
Yeah. Wow.
You're cheaper. He expensive.
All right.
Yeah. Let that ride, Gorilla. Yeah, that was nice.
How you doing, Larry?
As I get ready to take a drink of
Sorry.
my iced coffee, thank you very much. Apparently, I'm fine, jackass. No, it's good. You know, we're doing this on a Monday evening recording, which we may try to get off the Sunday morning thing because it's screwing up the Gorilla's lifestyle and schedule. So.
What's he stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know, man. I just, you know, it's we're trying to get a.
What is time? Time is an illusion. It's a human construct. Don't worry about it.
We don't have enough time to discuss that one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm doing good, man. We're sitting around. We're kind of airballing this one this week. You know, talk about what we're smoking. Talk about how the year's starting off, and just some of the other stuff.
Your shopping rant.
Oh God, yeah, I got a shopping. I got several rants. I'm gonna have to try to narrow it down to a couple for today. But yeah, the older I get, the more I sound like my father. You know, when I was your age, and that just irritates me to begin with, and then. The fact that people are just, as a society, we're just tending to get dumber and dumber is kind of frustrating me a little bit. So, but to answer your question, I'm doing good, man.
Great. So why don't you just kick us off here? I know you've got
oh Christ! All right,
a cigar brand here.
Here, you take that.
We'll help you.
All right.
I know you have a brand that I've looked at in the shops, particularly up in Idaho, but I haven't got to try that one yet.
All right, give me just a second here. I gotta get my gorilla fingers to get the phone open. I picked this up a couple of weeks ago when we were down in Lodi at Stogies of Lodi. It's something they carry, and we're going to be talking more about Stogies of Lodi because it's a pretty cool shop. This is the Chillin' Moose Bull Moose from Forge Cigar Company. It is a 7x60 Gordo. So it's a big ring gauge. Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan filler and binder. Looks like they're saying the profile is medium to full. I've just got it lit up. Yeah, I mean, it's I'm not sure what we're getting flavor-wise. Kind of tobacco-ish, but so far it's a good draw, and we'll see how it goes. What do you got there?
I have no idea.
All right.
So
I was given several options because I did not bring my own stick, and I was handed this one because it was the smallest.
So it is, all I can really tell you is what it is and who makes it. Other than that, I don't know for sure. It's the Alec Bradley Project 40. Okay. Alec Bradley makes some pretty good cigars. They're more on the inexpensive side, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just, a little bit cheaper tobacco, and they're really good sticks. I picked that one up actually from CJ's cigar shop, which is in El Dorado Hills, which is a little bit east of us here. But, it's a good everyday smoke at a very nice price point.
Nice.
And myself, because I looked it up. So we talked to one of these crazy lunatics on the program last year, March, April, some May, something like that.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, I know, doesn't it? So I've got the Cavalier Inner Circle. It's the new release last year for Cavalier. Sebastian and Brian have made a great cigar here. It's I think it's a medium, mild to medium, but it is a Robusto in this case. If you look at the reviews, okay, the reviews say it's a full-strength cigar. No. Solid medium at best. Happens to fit my flavor profile very well. It's a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper, Honduran Nicaraguan, Dominican, and U.S. filler. It's a Corojo color. You know, Sebastian blended this one. It's, I mean, what can be said? I sound like I'm fawning over every cigar I smoke because they're that good.
Yeah, they have a good product just all the way around. That's kind of a full flavor medium, though.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got a lot of flavor. It's just not a lot of power.
Right.
So no, I enjoy that stick. I haven't gotten around to that again here in a minute, and which is kind of the problem with having a humidor that's packed full. You get stuff, as you're digging through, gets pushed to the back, and it's like, oh wow, I forgot I had these. Mm-hmm. So, and those are somewhere in the back of of aisle 3 apparently, because I haven't seen that in a minute. So I'm gonna have to go dig out one of those.
Well, mine was the same way. I was going through the humidor today, going what I want to smoke, and I'm like, hey, look at this. So I completely understand that one. It's just Sebastian, you really got to get on this program. We talked to Brian last time. It's your turn.
Yeah, 100%.
And I know he's in Switzerland right now.
Yeah, because we're stalking him on Facebook.
Yeah, we are.
Drinking wise, not to break from tradition as far as talking about what we're drinking. Greg and I are both doing iced coffee. Scott's not here, so I probably should have towed the line and had some scotch, but I wasn't feeling it today. So we're doing a bull moose and some coffee. So there it is.
Me too. Coffee for me as well.
So we're kind of airballing it this week, like I said earlier. But, sir,
I want to jump in before you airball because I want this on the front of it.
Okay.
I just want to say I want to reach out and say thank you to Neil from Nipomo by way of Boston. He reached out to us regarding our show about the fighting cock. Sent us some information and some feedback. I just want to take the time to say thank you, Neil. I appreciate your feedback. I know Larry and Scott do as well, as well as the Gorilla. We ask for it all the time. Sometimes I feel like we're begging for it, but, good or bad, if you like something, don't like something,
let us know, man. That way we got a direction, to kind of steer the boat, so to speak, instead of just, bouncing it around like we normally do.
And Neil, if you're listening to this, would you send me another email? I want to get your information and get something sent off to you. Yeah,
for sure.
Did he enlighten us as to things we didn't know about the fabulous fighting cock?
He did. He was saying that the origins of the cigar, let me read it verbatim because it's just easier. The original was a Philippine offering that gained some traction during the cigar boom in the 90s due to its name, but soon petered out after the boom busted, which was about 2008, 2009, I think is when that happened. And they were not well regarded. Its manufacturer is, I'm not even going to try because I'm going to butcher that one. I don't speak Spanish very well.
Send it to me. I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, it had a number of offerings with similarly catchy names, but none of them lasted beyond that cigar boom. They were a Nicaraguan knockoff on a novelty name, which I absolutely agree with you, Neil, because they're pretty bad. But like I said, appreciate the feedback and you reaching out, and don't be a stranger to do that in the future. We want all feedback.
Yeah, 100%. Getting a little bit into the bull moose. It's burning pretty fast, actually, for the size ring gauge.
That's
it is
surprising.
But it's got some decent flavor to it, so not a bad cigar. Going around the block a couple of times. I think if you follow us at all, you know that our recording studio, normal recording studio at Tobacco Republic, has been under construction for a remodel, and so we're still doing this here at the Ugly Parrot Lounge up here in Newcastle. It has afforded us a little bit of incentive to travel. So a couple of times we've made the trek down to Lodi, which is a little over an hour drive for us, down 5 or 99. And we got stopped in at Stogie's of Lodi, which if you're in that area, going through that area, definitely worth a trip in. They have a pretty decent humidor. For its size, they have quite a bit of selection for the size of the humidor that it is. They also have beer and wine.
Yes, they do.
And they have a members lounge. So it's a sharp little operation. I was really impressed. I'd been there before, but it had been many years. And so I'm looking forward to getting down there, maybe once a month or so, and just hanging out with those guys and having a couple beers and a cigar and doing that.
Yeah.
And they have some stuff that in the humidor that we don't have in our brick and mortar up here locally. This Bull Moose being one of them.
Their house stick was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yes,
their
it was.
house stick is rolled by Sinestro.
And what were the Yosemite and the
Big Sky.
Yeah,
It's
Big
Big Sky
Sky.
Tobacco.
I was
Yeah.
surprised. I've had two of the Big Sky, the Yosemite, and I can't remember the name of the other one. It's
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
No. Big Sky's the company. Yellowstone's the first one.
Right.
The other one, the one I smoked on the way home both times, it's not named after a national park. That's why I can't remember. It's like the El Presidio or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's it. I haven't smoked mine yet, so yeah.
But it's very good, very baking spicy, and I kind of like that. And
Yeah, no, that's
the
been
last
some
cigar of
good.
the evening.
I have their business card. We'll have to reach out to those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
So something interesting about Stogie's. First of all, it's Stogie's for everyone except Scott. For Scott, it's Stooges.
Please enlighten the
We-
listeners.
We
Scott's
did this
not
already.
We did this.
Did we?
last
Oh, I
week
thought I
during-
don't remember us doing that.
It snuck in during the Gen X talk. But yeah, long story short, don't let Mr. Robinson put in the navigation because public education.
L.A. public education.
But that's the first cigar lounge I have gone to and sat in and smoked other than TR because I don't travel as much.
You don't travel, yeah.
And also, even when I do travel, I'm not so prolific a cigar smoker, or haven't been until recently, that going into a random cigar shop whose vibe I do not know, whose product I don't know what they carry, is a crapshoot, is not really my thing, unless I'm with people, which, luckily,
Yeah.
I was with people.
Well, and that's and that's the thing. I don't give a shit. I'll go in any place. Oh, they got cigars. I'll walk right past the hookahs and the bongs and see what they have for cigars. I might not stay there long, but I'm going to go in and check it out. But yeah, just if you're out and about, if you see a lounge that you think is cool, interesting, a place to check out, reach out, let us know, man. We'd love to travel and look at stuff. Scott's been out of state here for a few days, so on the next episode we're going to get a bunch of reports on stuff that he stopped in and checked out in Florida while he was down in Florida for a few days. So I've got another trip to Southern California coming up. So we're going to try to pick up a couple more places down there. It's funny, though, man. San Diego's hard, Orange County, L.A., because you look at something on a map, or on, your app, and it's like, okay, this doesn't look like it's too far away. And then you factor in the Southern California traffic, and it's like, oh, it's 3.5 hours.
I spent the entire day going to this lounge.
Yeah, and back. So, there's a lot of that going on. A rant. It's rant time, gentlemen.
By all means.
I don't understand why we do things the way we do things. Why are half of the parking spaces at a Lowe's or a Home Depot compact? Who in the hell is driving a compact to Lowe's? Yeah, jackass. Here's a thought. How about let's lose the 8 parking spaces that it would take, that it would cost them to make all the spaces big enough for a goddamn truck.
True.
Can we just do that? And then the guy that does show up in the subcompact is just parked in a parking spot. That way, I don't have to take 3 parking spots with my truck and look like an asshole. So I'll still look like an asshole. I'll just do it in 1 parking spot. I saw what you were doing there.
I was going to let Gorilla swing that one.
Now, Gorilla may decide to edit this part out when we get to the not the part I just said, the part that's coming up.
Oh, Beaver Break's coming.
Bear with me. We might get hammered on this one. Why? And I'm gonna qualify. There's nothing against. Why are there 28 handicap parking spaces at the Home Depot?
I would venture to guess it has to do with the amount of parking spaces in the parking lot, because look at the one at Tobacco Republic. There's 1.
Yeah. What are the chances there could be 28 handicap people at Home Depot at the same time? Look at Gorilla. Gorilla's like, I don't know if I'm going to cut this or not.
Now, but hang on. If the handicapped person arrives with the trailer, does the trailer need a handicap spot? Do they pull through 2?
You can't, because there's
they got the barricade.
There's bullards and signs.
Yeah. See?
Are you handicapped?
I might be.
Mentally, probably.
Yeah. The older I get, the more I feel like I'm handicapped. Watch me walk, people think I'm handicapped. Look at him roll his eyes.
Yeah.
Dude, shut up, man. You're half my age.
I-
You walk just like me.
I was about to say, people have recognized me based on your walk, so
Yeah.
shut up.
So, okay, on with my rant of large box stores in general. So, and I'm just gonna bag on Home Depot because that's where we were at. At Lowe's, you're not immune. The big grocery stores, you're not immune. There's all the big stores have this, and it's a damn self-checkout. I am fundamentally against self-checkout. I get it from a business standpoint. I understand why you have it, but pick a goddamn struggle. I got some stuff in a cart at Home Depot, and there's 1 check stand open with somebody actually working the check stand. Well, that's where everybody with lumber, plumbing, shit that they don't want to have to look up to figure out how to scan in themselves, so they all go to that 1 check stand. So I walk up to one of the self-checkout aisles, and there's 2 Home Depot employees standing talking to each other as I walk up. I grab the scanner, press the button on the screen, says begin, and I start scanning the handful of individual items that I have, and then I have 10 clear plastic bins and lids. And as I'm scanning, I get that feeling that somebody's watching me, right? So I look over my shoulder, and there's the Home Depot lady standing right there looking at me. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. She goes, "Can I help you?" I said, "You could get in a check stand." I understand that was kind of a shitty thing to say. I get it. But I was a little frustrated at this point. And it was confirmed it was kind of a shitty thing to say because the guy at the check stand next to me scanning his shit kind of looked up at me like, "Dude, really?" And she goes, so brushing that aside, the next thing she says is, how many bins you got there? I said, or how many bins are you buying is what she said. I said, as many as I scan in. And I'm just waiting. I'm like, say something else. Here's the thing that irritates me. Home Depot, if you're concerned about whether I'm scanning all my shit in or not, put somebody in a goddamn check stand and scan my shit in and tell me what the total is, and I'll give you my card. If not, shut the fuck up and let me do my scanning and get the hell out of there. Pick a struggle. I don't care which one it is. All right, end of rant. Next. Gorilla's over there fuming because both of these guys have worked retail.
I've kicked people like you out of the grocery outlet, so I'm just sitting here like, whatever.
I worked for that company a long time ago. So, and I was there when they installed those original ones. Eek. But, it's the self-checkouts are a paradox in themselves, realistically. So,
And in defense of the Home Depot of Auburn, they get robbed from on a literally daily basis for thousands of dollars worth of shit. So, yeah, I can see why they're on edge, but also I doubt you're making the racket with, fucking clear plastic storage
have
bins.
you looked at it?
I was profiled.
You could be the clear plastic storage bin black market king for all I know, but
I was profiled.
So, and then we have another interesting thing going on over the last 10 days.
If you say Chinese weather balloon, I'm kicking your ass.
So, Anthony.
Asian atmospheric floating orb.
Asshole.
God, not the Chinese spy balloons.
I didn't say they were spy balloons. Nothing's been proven yet.
Oh, Christ.
Don't we work off of innocent until proven guilty in this country?
The international limit for a weather balloon is 4 kilos. They sent a fucking city bus floating over North America. I think they were looking at a little bit more than the weather.
Probably.
Fun fact about that, the F-22 Raptor is now 1-0 in combat.
Yes, it is.
That is the first air-to-air kill for the most advanced fighter platform America's produced. It's a fucking weather balloon. They launched a $600,000 missile from a $334 million aircraft to take out what was probably a $2,000 weather balloon. America.
That's right. Spending our tax dollars.
Dude, and the videos of people in Carolina, fuck yeah, America! As this fucking balloon just goes... Y'all need to calm the fuck down.
We should have had if we would have thought about this ahead of time, we should have had a little white balloon. We could have went pop.
And the poor fucking county sheriffs in Montana, Wyoming, Kansas, it's at 65,000 feet. I promise you, Jim Bob, your fucking hunting rifle isn't going to reach it. Please don't shoot into the air.
You're shitting me, right?
Dude, no. What do you think?
It doesn't surprise me for there.
Disaster movie, don't shoot at the alien craft. Motherfucker. Goddamn China's not looking at my farm.
Tommy, we had this discussion.
Well, man, this went sideways in a hurry, didn't it?
Why does fucking trains got to roll by when we're recording? Can you get me the train schedule? I know you listening.
Dude, we can't even follow our schedule. What the hell makes you think a train schedule is going to help us out?
True.
Now is not the time to piss off the railroad workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all were telling me about
to
that.
the railroad workers.
Yeah,
I am being nice to the railroad worker. I'm freaking harassing the retired one.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
He could probably use a good chuckle right
Are
now.
we using the skull as a
Yeah,
mesh
you can
tray?
throw
Okay.
you can throw that in the skull there. So apparently there's been 3 other objects that we've shot down since
3
then?
other
They're
balloons.
up to 4.
4 total, right?
4 total.
Okay.
And a 5th radar anomaly out of Montana that they never found an object for. And the thing is, they still don't know what it is they shot down over Alaska because it doesn't appear to be a balloon and they can't find the wreckage. So, yeah.
Hey, all right.
Make sure you look up and smile and wave.
There we go. Hey.
So,
Although I got to say, I got to agree with you. The Facebook reels have been hilarious.
the most disconcerting one I felt is like, does anyone else think an F-22 Raptor being sent to shoot down a spy balloon over America sounds like the opening tutorial mission to a World War III video game? Because if so, I'm a little concerned. I'm just saying.
On more happy news,
Yeah, happy news.
want to thank the 900 people that have taken the time to take a look at our last episode.
Holy shit.
Yeah. 900, man.
That's just Facebook. I'm not Facebook. I'm sorry. That's just YouTube.
Yes, thank you all. Also, one of us who isn't present did deserve a little bit of the polite internet smack talk that came back our way. My favorite comment was, "Wow, what a great video." For those of you who have not seen the
They're
video,
right.
Yeah, for those of you who have not seen the video, apologies. Someone who is not here and shall remain nameless forgot to hit record on StreamYard, so we unfortunately didn't have video for the first
50 minutes.
first half of the podcast. So apologies for that. But
We would, however, like to express our thanks to the general, his wife, and his son for
And
putting
their
up with our bullshit.
And their community. They've been very cool in the comments.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's
had to-
definitely somebody we got to get back on. And also, General, there will be a modest care package coming your way. We've got a couple of our hats out there on the table, both a Beyond the Humidor logoed hat and the Luma Cigar Cartel logoed hat. So we're going to be sending some of that stuff your way, a couple cigars for you to sample, that kind of thing. Yeah, no, that was a great program, man. We had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, Brian Matola, you got bumped as my favorite interview.
Wow.
You're my second
You're
favorite,
not
though.
supposed to say shit like that on camera, my guy.
He knows me
guy.
well. He knows me well enough.
You got to be like the proprietor of Tobacco Republic. Every interview is your favorite interview.
Nope.
All right. I tried to save it. Sorry, Brian.
Hey. Other interviewers, if you're listening, bring us liquor when they show up.
Wow.
I was about to say, my favorite's still Graham and Catherine because they brought liquor, but hey,
Exactly.
Yeah.
different priorities.
It's funny to think that we were their first podcast ever, and now I know Graham's done at least one or two more.
Oh, yeah?
That's
I didn't
good.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. That's awesome. So, quick shout out to Graham and Catherine. You know, they're expanding, and if you're not familiar with Hogback Distillery, get on Facebook and check out their page. They got a program going right now where you can pre-purchase a barrel of whiskey from them. And I'm not going to go into all the details because I'll probably screw it up. But if that's something that would interest you, or you're wanting to find out how to get their product or what they have, definitely check that out. They make some fantastic whiskeys. So
You can also go to our website, and there's a link under the Friends page to their website.
no, even easier. Look at that.
Yes.
Gorilla, how's that cigar doing you?
It's very cigar-y.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
Look at us. We're so cool with the reviews. Hey, it doesn't taste like shit.
I mean,
You know?
well, like Greg was saying, it's a lower price point cigar, a little bit cheaper tobacco, but it's not bad. It's a very easy, simple smoke. It's not.
Yikes. Yeah.
You know,
Anyway.
last time you did that, you burned holes in clothing.
I know, and this is a brand new sweatshirt. I hope I didn't burn this one. No, looks like it's okay.
All right.
Would that be a good every day?
It would be in the rotation for every day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, not every single day, just because I don't typically like the darker cigars as an everyday cigar. I typically like to stick to the more medium stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, this would definitely fit in that rotation.
This is one of those that if you're doing something else, you know, you're playing cards, you're doing whatever you're doing, this burns really well. It's not something you got to fight to stay lit. So, you know, even talking and stuff, I haven't had to relight this. So that's something I look for in a cigar, that if we're getting together as a group of guys and doing something, I want something that's, you know, gonna draw really well and remain lit. This one's definitely filling the bill on that, and pretty good flavor to it. It's a little peppery on the front now, but not bad for sure. How about you, Greg? What you got? It's a Cavalier card.
It's Cavalier.
It's a
That's
good
enough that needs to be said. I mean,
It's a good stick.
Sebastian's got an amazing palate. He blends really well. Great cigars. You know, his line is wonderful in the U.S. And oh, by the way, the new. So last year when Brian was on the program, we smoked the USA exclusive.
Yeah.
They've come out with another regional USA exclusive. I will have our cigar minion in Idaho get some down to us. Did you catch the hint, my friend? Nod your head if you did. So I'm really looking forward to try that one when that one comes in. They released a couple at PCA, or not PCA, at probably was PCA. We didn't get a chance to talk to them because their booth was always 15 people deep.
Yeah.
But
Good problem to have.
yeah, but the one that you smoked, I don't remember what the name of it. It starts with a D.
Well, that narrows it down.
I know. Sorry, guys. I didn't buy any, which was my fault when we were at Denver. Not the green banded one. It was the other one that you bought.
Oh.
But anyway.
Yeah,
You'll
both those were good.
You'll figure it out about 2:00 in the morning.
I know. I'll wake up and go, that was what it was. Yeah. No, it's just, it's a great line. And that's the cool thing about the industry right now, man, is there's so many just really good sticks coming out that are, just hitting the ground running and just really, really good cigars. So, if you're traveling around or you see something, in your local brick and mortar that you haven't seen, hey, it's probably worth a try, because that's the cool thing about the brick and mortar shops, is why we try to support as many as we can, is the proprietors are taking the time to find the products that they feel are going to move, are going to sell, and that are good cigars. And, there's so many out there right now that, go in and see your local brick and mortar guy and tell him, hey, this is where I'm at. This is kind of what I've been smoking lately, to give him an idea where your palate's at. If you have a price point that you want to be in a range, let them know that too, and they'll put you into something. They'll put you into a good used car cheap. But don't miss an opportunity to try something cool.
Well, and I know it's one thing that I know you and I do that regularly. We walk into the lounge at Tobacco Republic and either ask the proprietor or ask my brother Craig, what's new? What do we want to try?
Yeah,
just see what they've got.
Yeah, it's there may be stuff that's not even out social media wise or marketing wise that they just roll out and try. And that's a good point, because Ron, the owner of Tobacco Republic's done that for years. I'll come rolling in there and he's like, psst, psst, hey kid, come here. And he's trying to sell me watches out of a raincoat, but
why can I picture that so well?
Yeah, well,
I know. Rolls up his pant leg and there's 5 or 6 watches down there.
But it's there's been some really good cigars, cross my path based on that type of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right, I'm running out of stuff. More feedback, guys. Reach out to us. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If you got a cigar that you really like that you haven't heard us talk about, tell us what it is, man, so we can go find it and smoke it and see what we think of it. If you're a tobacco rep or you're a manufacturer, or you got something you want us to talk about, let us know. Mm-hmm. If you own a shop, reach out to us. Tell us where you are. Tell us about your shop.
We'd also love to have you guest on the program.
We'd love to have you call in. We want to talk to you about your shop. We have a stack of people we are still reaching out to from PCA.
And the sad part is, in 4 months,
PCA,
we're back again.
Yeah, back. And
5 months, but yeah.
It's, we got the downside for us in doing this is we all have full-time regular jobs. So this isn't a full-time gig for us. We can't spend 8-10 hours a day just doing cigar stuff, which I wish we could, but we can't. So, if you got something you want to talk to us about, man, reach out to us. We'd love to, sit down and get you on StreamYard, or if you're local, man, we'll get you in here to the Ugly Parrot Studios and get you on the podcast, start talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do reach out to us and your topic bears fruit or you come on, whatever, we got goodies to throw at you.
Yeah, for 100%.
Please, he keeps ordering shit. Please send us an email and we have shit. We need to get, everything must go.
Yeah.
These guys keep getting new ideas of, wait, we could put our logo on that. It's like, cool. We have so much of it now.
Yeah. So we want to get our logo stuff out there. What do we got coming up? We have anybody on in the rotation
Not
already scheduled?
yet. No. The last scheduled interview was last week with or last episode with Gen X Talks.
Okay.
This might have to get cut. Can we talk about Camera Grill didn't say anything. The screen's just gonna go black. Beaver break.
Good
Yeah.
times.
No, the other thing, there's a couple. I've reached out to several people. If you want to know the truth, I've sent out so many freaking emails over the past 6 months since we were at PCA. I've lost track of everybody that I've had to email. Response is slow, but
Well, and I mean,
we all busy.
In all fairness, I mean, using PCA as a gauge, holy mackerel! I mean, everybody was just slammed with business, and which is what that event is for. So yeah,
and then there's us three weirdos walking
yeah,
around
well,
going, "Hey,
can we come and play in your yard, Mister?" Which is about what that turned into, half of it, and still an awesome deal. Looking forward to doing PCA again this year for sure. Not sure really what else we're gonna pull. I'm kind of more in the mellower mode, checking out more brick and mortar stuff this summer as we get out and do kind of weekend trips, camping, stuff like that.
well, I've got some new equipment that I've got delivered that even if I'm not there, you guys need to take with you.
Okay.
You can do spots. You won't be able to do it live, but you can do spots that we can post later.
And it's just stuff that if we're down someplace and let's find the local shop, find the local whatever, and just hang out and see what they got. So look for us in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys mentioned who's the PCA rep we talked to previously. I know we've been wanting to get him back because there's been some moving and shaking in the cigar legislation world.
That was Josh Habersky, and yes, I'd love to talk to him again because there has been. It was a topic we were going to touch on today, but we really need to read the bullshit that was put out, and I do mean bullshit that was put out by one government entity talking about cigars and tobacco products and stuff like that. And, Josh and all the folks at PCA spend their time, that's their job and their position to lobby for us as cigar smokers, shop owners.
Jesus Christ.
You got a little friend there.
Hi.
Ma'am,
thank you.
So,
Jesus.
they take the time to lobby on behalf of us as the consumer, the retailers on cigar legislation. So check them out. I know it's a predominantly an organization for retailers, but they do have a consumer wing. I will get the information for Gorilla so he can put it up for you guys to look at. And they need all the help they can get, the support from us. Wyoming is considering increasing their tobacco tax. Colorado, Tennessee, there's a whole bunch of states that are thinking about increasing their tobacco taxes from cents to dollars. And let me put that in perspective to you guys that don't live in the state that we do. In California, it is a 67.5% tobacco tax on top when it comes into the state. So you take a $10 cigar. In most states, it's now a $15 cigar here. That's what you're fighting against in other states and what they're trying to get that lobbied down here, but that's not going to happen. So it's all important.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
All right, so I'm gonna ask the question about the elephant in the room. Did anyone watch the Super Bowl?
No.
I fast forwarded through the ESPN highlights.
Okay, because
So
I have yet to speak to anyone who actually sat through and watched the actual Super Bowl.
yeah, it's just I was not emotionally invested in either team, so I did not, take the time to sit and watch all of it. I also wasn't feeling 100% yesterday, so I was like, I'll watch UFC stuff on YouTube.
You want to know the damnedest thing? I just still don't know who won.
Ooh, the Kansas City Chiefs. It was 38-35, my dude.
This doesn't change any aspect of my life at all.
All right. Good times.
I've also heard that there was major complaints about the halftime show.
Who cares?
Yeah,
What was it? It was Rihanna?
It was.
Okay. Who cares?
Don't know. I don't know who she is.
oh, wow. There we go. All right. Well,
She's famous. I know that much.
Okay.
it's like they're putting too much time and effort into this stuff anymore. I mean, let's just play sports.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball season's coming. Go Padres. Look at that cross-eyed look.
What? I root for one of the worst teams in the league right now.
Well, what else?
At least your Padres have a chance.
Well,
You know,
here it comes.
that made me think, does that mean you're going to be on Mr. Walsh's prediction?
The baseball
show?
prediction show? Yes, I am.
That is someone we need to get on this side of the camera.
Back
Again,
on again.
yeah.
We need not even to talk about cigars, to talk about his career in the radio industry. Because the more I get snippets of it every time we talk to him, I'm like, how long has this fucker been doing this?
Long time, man.
With all due respect, Mr. Walsh.
Yeah. That's Pat Walsh, KFBK Radio here in Sacramento. The Pat Walsh Show.
Also available on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, iHeartRadio, yep.
Yeah, if you don't listen to Pat, my man he's a hoot.
Yeah,
3-hour show every weeknight, 7 to 10. You can watch back episodes or listen to back episodes on iHeart. Get this man
and
syndicated.
he was the sports guy for them forever, and super knowledgeable about sports and just
And music.
and music. Yeah, he is a classic rock guy like no other, and just a super cool dude. So yeah, definitely got to get Pat Walsh
Dude,
back.
my favorite thing about his show is every day he'll give you birthdays or death days of famous art. Dude, some of the ones he pulled out, it's like, today is Jim Bob McStevens' birthday, the man who carried the amplifier for Willie Nelson for 12 years. Like, he'll just pull just the weirdest birthdays out of nowhere. Like, all right, cool.
Hey, the power of Google, man.
There you go.
Right there.
See, unlike this program's producer, his producer is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, if we could get both, we should not get both of them on at the same
Yeah,
time.
why not?
That's a 2.5 hour show.
I'll
right
invite
there.
Kendall too. Why not?
Oh, good Lord.
Ooh, there we go. All right. Did
One
you
of us-
smoke? Kendall. I know you don't listen to this, Kendall, because we're peons. But, maybe Pat could ask you, do you smoke cigars, Kendall? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the problem is we got these grand plans, right? But we only record every other week because we have jobs, like I said. So, we got to get this person on. We got to do this. We got to do that. We're 57 episodes out when you're only doing 13 of them a year. We're booked out for 9 years on ideas.
We only do 26 a year.
And it's one of those where, a couple of us on this podcast may not live that long.
I mean, to be fair, I neglected to tell my two buddies that if for the MASH podcast, if we do an episode every 2 weeks for 251 episodes, we're committed to at least 10 years of doing a show. I failed to mention them that before we started recording episodes. So
Hey, if they couldn't do the math, the
yeah,
hell
that's
with
their
them.
fucking problem.
How is that going, by the way?
It's going. I'm gonna fawn a little bit. I think last week, the one that just went out today, I think this is the best episode we've done so far because it's the first episode where, we talked about the episode of MASH, but it led it naturally into other conversations without it having to be forced.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, we're like, that was really good. And that would be the Long John Flap.
That's a great episode too.
The first one Alan Alda wrote and
Directed, too, right?
not directed, but wrote.
Okay.
In case you guys want to check out Anthony's podcast, make sure you check out the Best Care Anywhere podcast. It is quite entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a MASH fan, it's a must.
There you go.
Did you get that reel I sent you today?
I did. We have been talking about making a trip down to Southern California to hike out to the Malibu Creek State Park.
See, I don't know how we can rip stuff off from the internet so you can see it on our YouTube videos, because we talk about this stuff all the time, and it's not like we can show you.
It's not that hard.
But it was really cool.
Yeah, they got a little setup out there where they used to film the site, and it's really, once you're standing there, and if you've seen the show enough, it's really obvious, like, oh, this is where this was, this is where the helipad was, because it hasn't changed much. It's just just got grass growing.
Yeah.
But
Good times. So you want to wind this up, or we got something else we need to cover? Or
I don't think
where are we
so.
at?
What's your final... Oh, an hour.
Huh?
yeah,
An hour.
We're
We're
about
good.
an hour.
All right.
Final thoughts on your cigar, Gorilla?
It's good. It's starting to crack and unwrap a little bit, but I think that's my damn fault.
It might be that humidor is not holding a good seal.
That too. The further into this I smoke, the more I'm realizing I'm hungry, which has caused me to slow down a little bit. But yeah, it's good. I would say, like I said earlier, perfectly servable as an everyday cigar. And it's not too dark. It's not too powerful. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably about in the same place with this. Great draw, ton of smoke off this. Good flavor. It's got some flavor, not a lot of power. Would be okay, before lunch, before dinner kind of cigar. Wouldn't necessarily have to have a full meal to smoke this. And like I said again, the thing I like about it is I haven't had to touch this up. I'm just smoking it and go. So
Same. I haven't had to.
if you're a golfer, if you're throwing horseshoes, whatever you're out doing, might not be a bad stick for something like that if it's gonna stay that lit that well. So
Yeah.
good times.
And Cavalier,
Cavaliers.
it's just a
Cavalier.
great stick. I'm getting down to the end of it here and need to take the next band off, but it's a great stick. And as we've said many times over, if you can find them, pick them up. If you can't find them, badger your local brick and mortar to get them in. And when you see Sebastian, tell him the Luma Cigar Cartel sent you.
There we go.
That is. We ready to go?
Yep. Well, Robinson's not here, so his intro goes out the window. Want to thank everybody for listening. It's a lot of fun that we have doing this show, so we appreciate your time. On behalf of Camera Gorilla, Larry, and myself, thank you for listening. Check us out on lumacigarcartel.com. Like and share us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all those good sites. And don't be a stranger, as we said earlier. Drop us a line. Thank you again, Neil. I'm not drinking scotch tonight, but my cigar is down to the nub, so we'll see you next time. And as Scott would say, good smoke, good drink, good life, and stay healthy and safe. Take care, guys.